Here's the thing about beauty. It's never permanent. Never is a hard word because superlatives are rarely fully true. Always, never, best, perfect, forever. In Western society, the concepts of beauty and perfection are tightly intermingled. I think perhaps we owe some of this obsession to the ancient Greeks and their transcendental truths. The idea that perfection is rare or even impossible in nature, that it can only be conceived of through divine, godly revelation. I had to give up on the idea of perfection a long time ago because it threatened to kill me. And sometimes, if I'm honest, it still does. It's easy to find yourself at the bottom of a well with perfection at the surface and you are trapped below. The distance overwhelming, the walls slick, the water cold. Sometimes it seems easier to simply lie down and wait for whatever comes. If it isn't perfect, then what is it? If I'm not perfect, then what am I? It's possible to think of oneself as an object of creation. Not in the sense of intelligent design, although this, too, is a valid interpretation. I'm talking about creation in the accidental sense. The universe, the stars, the laws of physics as we understand them, these are the creators. They say that we are the universe experiencing itself, or perhaps the universe killing itself, but we are also the universe creating itself. Imperfect iteration after imperfect iteration. If I am made in anyone's image, then they too must be imperfect. And if I am made according to some plan, then that plan is imperfect as well. The universe then, the divine mathematical perfection of it all, well, how perfect could it really be if by some accident it produced someone like me? And no creation is permanent. No object, no being, no idea. And if it were, what would it be? Would we still value the permanent? If everything is beautiful, nothing is beautiful. And if everything is permanent, would we love it still? Or would we resent it? If my possessions were permanent, would I cherish them so? If my parents, my friends were permanent, were perfect, would I fear so sharply their eventual loss? If the 1949 issue of Popular Science magazine were permanent, would it mean so much to me to find it here, now, in the woods, somehow still legible after 73 years in the wind and the rain and the sun? If the beauty queens of the 1961 Dixie Frolics could hold their beauty permanently, their perfection forever, would there be a need to immortalize it? To compare one to the other, to rank and sort them by height and size and weight and talent? If they were permanent, there would be time for all that. Time forever. Here and now and then and always. But they aren't, and there isn't. It is the knowledge of impending decay that makes it precious. The knowledge that one day these relics, these artifacts of the past, will one day be weather-worn and forgotten on the rotting floor of an abandoned house down an eroding, abandoned road. The vines might be the only thing holding the house together now. The rust could be the only thing that holds together these coat hangers, paint cans, the springs and plows. It could be that their flaws are the only thing saving them. It could be so for me, too.